Wow. What?
You get this only nowhere else but you, Kevin and Zach. Kevin, I'm not gonna lie.
Now we're not look at this. A carved penguin. There it is.
Oh no. Are the O's fine? Are the Orioles fine, Kevin?
It's so embarrassing. I was so embarrassed.
Okay. The Orioles stole it. That game was stolen. It was stolen from them, then they stole it right back.
What?
Oh my god.
Wait, what's going on? What is happening?
What is going on? Was it a diving play? He bobbled the ball.
What is happening? Are they challenging it? No. Other wall. No.
Kevin, I don't know what you saw, how much you saw. I've been chugging champagne. Sure, I spilled a lot, but what a game, man.
He will be the legendary
Birds Fish.
How about that?
Birds Fish fans, stand up. We did it.
What can I say? What can I say?
Listen. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. The rest of the season is not about the scoreboard. It's about how the boys play and the development and gaining momentum. And I'll tell you one thing, that sucked offensively. No show, no runs, absolutely. Just a tough scene. Horrendous wind in Wrigley today. Horrendous wind in Wrigley today. I thought Tyler O'Neill got that last one out. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that Kittredge, I'm reading Narniak's comment. Thought O'Neill got that one out. But let's talk about the star, the main event, the big talking point. Trevor Rogers shoved. Trevor Rogers absolutely shoved today. 8 innings, 1 run. And if I'm going to be honest with you, that 1 run kind of sucks because 9 times out of 10, Tyler O'Neill throws that guy out. Him running that speed, I mean, Kelly has absolutely no speed. O'Neill beats him by about 5 seconds, but it was just offline. But Trevor Rogers, 8 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned runs, not a single walk. Not a single walk, 8 strikeouts. Mr. Rogers absolutely cooking today. And I know it's a loss. It sucks. Trevor Rogers getting this loss is absolutely diabolical. It's stupid. Flat out asinine. That a man goes 8 innings, 1 run. But I mean, he got DeGrommed. He got Jacob DeGrommed. 8 brilliant innings. And I'm sure, listen, he had 88 pitches through 8. If they played a 9th inning, I'm telling you who's going out there. It's Trevor Rogers. Trevor Rogers very easily could have gone 9 innings in under 100 pitches. Very easily. Trevor Rogers was dealing today. Just an unbelievable. Do you know what it's like? Do you know how good of an outing you have to have a 1.49 ERA and then lower it? He had a 1.49 ERA coming into this game against one of the most prolific and hottest offenses in all of baseball. Only get a run on a sac fly, and a very shallow sac fly at that. Trevor Rogers, if you're new to the program, if you're just catching up to the season, uh, this ain't your father's Trevor Rogers. This isn't the Trevor Rogers of 2024. The worst trade in Orioles history, remember that? Trevor Rogers is an ace. And I brought it up on Twitter, and I'll ask you guys now. In the comments, let me know. Should Trevor Rogers be the first Oriole to get extended this offseason? Now, remember, Trevor Rogers only has a single year left on his contract after this year. So he goes into free agency after next season. I think at this moment, and yes, this is a smaller sample size, although at this point, I mean, Trevor Rogers, how many starts does he have under his belt? He's got 9 starts, 1 complete game already. I guess did they give him a yeah, I got the complete game shutout against. Right. This guy's unbelievable. I'm telling you right now, if I'm the Orioles, he is getting at least a 4-year deal. Because let's also remember, Trevor Rogers is only 27. So it's going to be 28 when he hits free agency, going into his 29 year. I think Trevor Rogers, if we're talking about the most pressing needs right now, because it is the rotation, is a massive need. Rotation is still the biggest need. When you look at the aspect of he's got 1 year left, he is in the biggest position of need for the Orioles. Pitching the best he has been maybe in his career, and that's saying something because he was unbelievable in 21. I don't think it is a crazy thing to say at all that Trevor Rogers may be the smart move to get the extension done first. Which is, could you imagine? Could you imagine saying that earlier this season? What's up, John? I said, happy Friday, everyone. Yeah, happy that game. I mean, I know I've been rambling on about Trevor Rogers because that man is unbelievable. Not to be dramatic, but he has made watching Orioles baseball easier, at least when he's on the mound. But happy Friday, 2:20 start time. That caught me off guard. I'm not going to even lie to you guys. That really caught me off guard. Woke up this morning, was like, what game do we have a day games on? And then I forgot we're in Chicago because every Friday I go to look if the Cubs are home to see if they have a day game. Forgot it was us. So we played at 2:20. And I was like, okay, we're just ripping the Band-Aid off. Just ripping the Band-Aid off. Hour 49 minutes. Hour and 49 minutes. That's unbelievable. Like that is that's got to be the quickest game of the season in baseball. Let me look this up. What's the fastest game ever? They're not. I mean, hour 30. So an hour 39 minutes is the fastest game ever. Wow. So this is, let's see. So according to this, also this is weirdly the Cubs are involved in a lot of these. So this game just became tied for the 9th fastest game ever. This was, if I'm reading this correctly, this is tied for the 9th fastest game ever. That's cool. That's cool. I mean, if you blinked, it was over. If you blinked, it was over. If you're new to the channel, just logging in, hit that like and subscribe button. Kevin Zach React, your post-game destination. I'm going to talk about the game for I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I'm probably going to go through what the lineup did. Or didn't do. I mean, what, they got 2 hits, 3 hits. We'll go through what the lineup did / didn't do in a second. We'll talk about that. And then I'm going to kind of just quickly rehash kind of the deadline, all of that, because that's way more important than this 1-0 game. I'm going to be honest. So, Jackson Holliday, one of the lone bright spots in this. Walks in the first, single in the singles in the third. Gets on base twice. That was cool. Adley Rutschman double in the 9th. Thought he then tied, or then we took the lead with O'Neill. O'Neill had 2 very nice flyouts, but they're flyouts, so it doesn't really matter. Cowser 0 for 3. Mayo 0 for 2, also walked. I think even in his days where he's not getting hits, I still think the difference in him just getting at bats and seeing pitches, he looks so much more comfortable at the plate. Dylan Carlson 0 for 2 as well. And then Jeremiah Jackson. Congratulations, Jeremiah Jackson. Ben, 333 in his Major League Baseball career. Dude's absolutely tearing the cover off the ball in the minors. Was dominating AAA this season. And I'm just glad that he's getting his opportunity. Because, listen, we've talked about this before. The 25-year-old, if he comes up here and hits 260 the rest of the way, he comes out, just shows the ability to hit. Maybe he's a guy you can trade. Maybe he's got value. Maybe he's the utility infielder going forward. You never know. I like it. I'm really excited for Jeremiah Jackson. I think this is just a fun opportunity for him to get at bats, to see what he can do. Like, that's what this is about now. It's seeing what you have. They got, 37 new prospects in the month of July. That's a massive influx of talent into your system. So you got to see at this top end. Even if guys aren't prospects, you got to see what you got. That's why I'm so upset that Beavers, I get it. We all know they're waiting until August 15th or whatever to call up Basayo and Beavers. We know at this point they're waiting. But until those guys get up here, I want to see Jeremiah Jackson. I want to see these guys go out there and have the ability to show what they can do. And in all honesty, try to make something happen. If Jeremiah Jackson goes out there and just keeps hitting the cover off the ball, he just keeps his hot season going. You never know. Maybe the trade value raises. Maybe a team wants to take a shot on him and get something, flip him over for a bullpen arm. You never know. So I'm just glad to see guys getting their opportunity. And at least they didn't have to use their non-existent bullpen. That's about the only positive to this game. Let me see. There was something. Where is it? Awesome. So, shout out to Jacob Calvin-Meyer for having this. Let's go over the deadline, everyone. Everyone's favorite thing. I know everyone's talking about. Boom. There we go. So, can I put myself in the bottom? God, I hate how it does that, but is that working better? No. There we go. So, as you guys can see, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gosh, 9. Who was it? Who was talking about it being 9? I forget who talked about it being 9, but one caller nailed it. Was it Ray? I think Ray said he could see them trading 9, and I said it was kind of ridiculous. I said I don't see any chance they trade 9 players. I think it was Ray, like last Friday. If it was, absolutely nailed it. Nailed it. But let's go through it. So ahead of the deadline, the Orioles trade reliever Brian Baker, reliever Gregory Soto, Seranthony Dominguez, Andrew Kittredge. They got rid of infielder Ramon Urias, center fielder Cedric Mullins, outfielder Ramon Laureano, first baseman Ryan O'Hearn, and starter Charlie Morton. There it is. There's your trade deadline. I mean, that is a lot of talent. That is 9 major leaguers. Like, you can't question these aren't fringe guys. Those are 9 guys. And if you watch the live show yesterday on the Ryan Ripken show, you saw when Ramon Laureano got traded, I was not happy. I had a little crash out. I felt maybe a little lied to about not selling guys under contract. But we'll get into the return and how I think my opinion has changed a little bit on that. But I was definitely not a happy camper. Definitely not. Yeah. Couldn't believe it. Ramon Laureano, I felt like was the perfect bat. Perfect bat for this offense as a veteran right-handed bat in the outfield. Really thought that he was a guy for $6.5 million that you keep around. But now it's the end of the stuff we really care about. There we go. So we're starting off with outfielder Slater DeBrun, obviously, in the Brian Baker trade. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I know for a most part. Okay, actually, I can do the. I know for the most part actually where these guys came from. But so Slater DeBrun, number 37 pick you get for Brian Baker. And before we get into this, I should have done this. This is on me. Hand up, guys. That's on me. In the comments, scale of 1 through 10, what grade do you give? Actually, let's go grades. A plus, B minus, whatever. What is your Orioles trade deadline grade? What is your Orioles trade deadline grade? So as we go through that, I'm going to, or as you guys put that in the comments, I'm going to go through this. Slater DeBrun, 37 pick from the Tampa Bay Rays trade with Brian Baker. Home run pick. And this is one of those things where if you would have told 99% of Birdland that they DFA'd Baker before the season, they would have been like, thank goodness. Thank goodness. It felt like he was a guy, if you got anything for him, it was a win. It was a massive win. Getting Slater DeBrun, $4 million, that's a $1.4 million overslot pay to get the high schooler, comps to Corbin Carroll. He just looks the part. He's one of the most highly rated guys, talent-wise, in this draft. He was just falling because teams didn't think he was leaving Vanderbilt. So you go, and I think Slater DeBrun, you knocked it out of the park there. That's a home run pick. Whether or not it works out and Slater DeBrun is in Oriole Park or he is somewhere else in a trade, I think you win that. Wellington Arcena and Cameron Foster, that was for Gregory Soto after and the Mets. So Cam Foster, AAA arm. I think he's going to be a bullpen guy. I think he's a guy that maybe they bring up this season. They see what they have. Maybe he's a middle relief guy next year. If Cam Foster becomes a middle relief guy next year, automatically it's a win. Automatically. If Cameron Foster gives you any sort of production out of that, middle relief, nailed it. Anything Arcena does is bonus. Multiple years of a young relief pitcher, if he can just be a good, solid, reliable guy for Gregory Soto, is a win. Then you have Arcena, who is the star of the deal. Arcena, he had his first game the other day, and I believe he went like 4 2/3, 1 hit, touched upper 90s to 100. Kid's got juice. Massive strikeout arm. Massive strikeout arm. I believe finally he is let me go to the Orioles top 30. So for those keeping track at home, Slater DeBrun comes in. Actually, they have not. Oh, they have not added. Have they? Have they added draft picks to this? I guess not. I thought they did. Am I missing something? Well, MLB Pipeline doesn't. Yeah, yeah. They didn't put. They have not put draft picks in. So at the moment, I assume DeBrun's going to be. I think he came in the original things around 11. But then you get Arsena. Arsena, he is the number 22 prospect now for the Orioles. Live arm, big fastball. 20-year-old. He's got high upside. He's a guy that Mets fans did not like giving up. So I think they could get something there. I'm very, very, very happy with that move. Then you had Sir Anthony Dominguez going to the Toronto Blue Jays for Dron Watts Brown. JWB, for a while, was the star acquisition for the Orioles of the trade deadline. For a minute, he was the headliner. Coming in originally at number 8, now he's pushed back to number 9. He is a top 10 prospect for the Orioles now. He's in Double-A, 23 years old. He is another guy where, let me just look at it again to make sure. Big strikeout guy. In how many innings? 89 innings pitched this season. He has 115 Ks, only 38 walks. So big strikeout guy. It kind of felt like that was what the Orioles were going for. And some of their young arms like this a lot. The starter. Hey, it's a lottery ticket. It's a guy, 23-year-old. We can see what happens. Maybe he's a guy who comes out and progresses, and in maybe 2 years he's on the mound at Camden Yards. Once again, and I'm going to reemphasize this, these guys may not be in the Orioles organization even for a few months. These guys are prime candidates. The Orioles rejuvenated their farm system so that also not only that you can develop guys, but in the offseason, you can trade them for big league talent. So we'll see what happens there. Dron Watts Brown, though, becomes a massive piece added to the Orioles system. Twine Palmer for what was Twine Palmer for? Everything's just bleeding together right now. Was Twine Palmer for Urias? Yeah, Twine Palmer was for Urias. Boom. That's what it was. Twine Palmer for Urias to the Astros. Doesn't come in on the top 30 rankings yet, but he only pitched 2 1/3 innings in the minors last year, but his stats this year so far in Single-A, he has a 2.13 ERA, 19th round pick. We'll see what happens. Twine Palmer, that is as big of a lottery pick. You hope you got something. What is his? I think he had a really good build. 6'5", 200-pound, 20-year-old. So, hey, 19th round pick last year. He's just 20 years old. Let's see what happens. He's started some games, hasn't others. What's he been doing more of? He's been out of the bullpen 5 times, started 8 times. So we'll see what happens where they go with him. But, that's one of those moves that doesn't really move me. Feels like you're taking a lottery pick for Urias, which you do. All right. So next, we have infield prospect Wilfred De La Cruz. This is where I got to start. Everything starts going together. So was he also from the Mets? Kit. This was Kittredge. Thank you, Novin those balls. Oh, 1 second, Kevin. Kevin's got it. Kevin, if you're listening, I'm putting it in Discord. right, yeah, for Kittredge. Hey, this is another guy. He falls in. He's number 23 now in the Orioles system. He was. I do like this pick. I do like this pickup. Signed for $2.3 million in January, the largest bonus that the Cubs gave, and the ninth highest in the entire market. So this is a guy who he comes from the same. I guess they call it the shortstop factory of San Pedro. Um, it's produced stars like Fernando Tatis. So, a 17-year-old, we're not going to know what the Orioles got here, honestly, for a very, very long time if he's not moved. But more youth, more just this is a big ticket guy. You hope for the best. You hope something can happen. All right, next up, we got the guys coming from the Cedric Mullins deal from the Mets. Ramon Gomez, Anthony Nunez, and Chandler Marsh. And as I do that, I'm going to bring on my co-host, Kevin Ostreicher. Kevin, how you doing?
Zach, people called me a madman. They said, there's no way you're trading the entire team. You're not doing it. And then...
Oh, they tried.
And then we traded the entire team. That list literally looks like the list I have on my computer of all the trades we did. It just never ends.
Yeah, 8 total trades. 8 total trades.
Yeah, was it 9 total players? Is that right?
Yep, 9 total players, 8 total trades.
Yeah, I mean, it's what they had to do. It doesn't make it any less disappointing that they were in the spot to do that in the first place. And look, I mean, with a crazy, which I think, by the way, that might have been the craziest deadline day we've seen in any sport in the last 25 years.
That was unbelievable.
You would hope that it would have been a lot more fun if the Orioles were on the buyer side of that. With all these names moving, big time guys going, guys almost getting traded somewhere. It would have been so, and it was fun in a way that it's always exciting to see new guys come in, but at the same time, we had to say goodbye to guys that we probably shouldn't have had to say goodbye to because they should have been competing this season. Obviously, Seti and O'Hearn, that hurts, but I guess, and it's something you talked about on the stream yesterday with Ryan and Brad. It's just it's a shift from what they said they were going to do. Expirings were the name of the game. Yeah. And then, you move off of Kittredge and Laureano and Baker, obviously, as well. Urias.
And Urias, yeah. So that's 4 guys under contract next year that you moved off of.
And again, they now have resources to go out and make big moves. They really don't have a ton of money. I don't even know how much money they even have on the books for next season, but you have everything at your disposal. This has to be gearing up. These moves have to be gearing you up for what, in my opinion, needs to be the biggest offseason in franchise history in terms of guys coming in. They have had success rebuilding bullpens. Dominguez has nasty stuff. Soto, when they're on, they're on. When they're off, they're off. But we've seen them have success with guys like Danny Coulomb, Felix, obviously, they brought in and they were able to turn him into who he is. That part I'm not necessarily worried about. But like you said, and like a lot of people are saying, I'm not expecting 15? Is that 15 players?
I think it's 17 total, 16. Oh,
I'm not
1, 2.
17. Okay. Whatever the number is.
It's 16.
Yeah, I'm not expecting, these guys to all be in the organization by the time they're supposed to.
I don't expect Kevin, I don't expect all these guys to be in the organization on opening day tomorrow. I mean, the Orioles restocked their pipeline in order to have the flexibility. I mean, they once again moved up in rankings very high to move up in how the entire organization looks in the farm system. They now move guys like Jerome Watts Brown, who's now number 8 in the system. That is a massive, or 9 now. It's a massive get. He is a massive trade chip now. If you want to go get a starter, you can use him. He continues to develop. Arsena, he continues to develop. He's going to be a trade chip. The one guy, we're about to get to him. I love Boston Bateman. 6'8", 250 lefty, big, massive frame. I love everything. I think that's the trade. Obviously, you gave up Floriano and O'Hearn for him, and then you got some other guys, 5 other guys. So you'll see what happens there. But that was as much as I hated giving up Floriano. If Boston Bateman, hell of a name, if he can be that guy that I really think he potentially could be, I mean, we can go to him right now real fast. I mean, he's now inserts himself into the number 6 spot in your farm system. I mean, left-hander, 6'8", 240 pounds, 19 years old. He was a second-round pick last year. This is a guy that you have hope for.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing with Laureano, which, again, it was definitely tough to see them move on from him. Certainly wouldn't have gotten the package they got if it was just O'Hearn, considering, his value compared to the beginning of the year to what it is now. But I want to ask you this question. Who is your starting outfield next year? Like, let's say they add one guy. Who is your starting outfield next season?
Starting outfield, you got to go Towser, obviously. O'Neill's going to be here. And then after that, it's going to be between Beavers. It's going to be, okay, Heston, is he still here? But after that, yeah, you need outfield now. Like, we went from outfield being like, oh, they have so many outfielders.
Right.
Enrique Bradfield Jr. at some point, he's got to get a shot. I would say there's a very good chance that Dylan Beavers is while you're starting outfielders to start the year next year.
Yeah. So, and then it just becomes a point of, did the Orioles just not want Laureano blocking Beavers? Like, is that their plan? Are they planning on bringing in a power hitting outfielder, which I think, Zach, you and I both, whether it's an outfielder or first base, well, first base should be Kobe, but like if it's an outfielder that you put in that spot, or a guy that is DHing for you, was Laureano going to be like a platoon bat for them? And did they just think, hey, we can get these high-level prospects right now for a guy that's producing? Is this the peak of Ramon Laureano? Is he going to be as good? I mean, that's what they had to weigh. And clearly their answer was, we feel like we can move on without him and want to trust that our development system can take some of these intriguing guys, like you said with Bateman. Rashad, obviously, no, I'm kidding. But just go and try to develop them. But I think the thing here is they cannot hoard prospects like they did last time. They can't do it.
No. It'll be the downfall.
They made the Corbin move. They should have done more, and I've heard this point multiple times too. Baltimore, in terms of free agency, will never be able to compete with the New Yorks and the LAs and the big markets, right? And that's okay. Like, a lot of teams cannot do that. The Orioles are not the only team that can't compete with those markets. So what you have to then pivot to is, all right, bring guys in via trade, get them in, and maybe like with Corbin, I guess they tried, but it really was never going to work for him coming back.
Yeah.
But multiple years of team control, obviously, I think is a priority. But it is looking ahead to 2026. Like, this 2026 offseason to me is going to define this era of Orioles baseball with Gunnar Henderson and Adley Rutschman. Like, you cannot swing and miss and spend money but not spend. And that's the thing. Elias spent money. They just didn't spend it in the right places. We can all admit that. And now you just have to attempt to retool, get the highest draft pick you can, I guess, at this point. Like, and then just
literally
move on. Like, again, it doesn't excuse what happened. Like, I'm not just giving everybody a pass, Elias a pass and everybody a pass. And yes, injuries played a part. Like, stuff went wrong for them, but stuff goes wrong for every team. Injuries happen for every team. They just were not prepared. I'm not sure they're going to have Grayson next season, so you probably have to get 2 starters to feel like you're in a good spot there.
You have to.
Being cautious with Bradish and, because that's the other thing too. Like, you can't just expect Bradish to go out there and pitch like 8 innings every day. And, like, you're going to have to manage him a little bit like you did with Felix. And whether is he expected to be back in August? Is that what is going to happen?
With who? Bradish?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bradish. Bradish is expected back.
So
So
again,
see what
in
he
that
can do. Yeah.
that can be kind of the ease him back into action this year so he can be as full ready to go next year as possible. Like with Felix, you kind of had to ease him back in during this season early on because, you know, he didn't pitch before then. So, you know, with what the Orioles have right now, they need to make a couple big moves, a couple big
Mhm.
trades, and just, you know, figure out where they go from here.
Yeah, that's going to be the biggest thing. And, they now have the prospects. We go down Boston Bateman just to finish it up. Boston Bateman is now number 6 in, at least at the moment. Cobb Hightower is number, I think, 23. 21. He's now number 21. Neighbors, I don't believe, made the list. No. And then none of the guys below did either, I don't think. I'm going to be honest. The one that kind of really shocked me, Kevin, I really thought the Orioles were going to get a lot more for Charlie Morton than they did. I,
Yeah.
I was shocked by that. It felt like they weren't going to trade him. It just
I
kept
know.
on. It literally hit 6:00. They announced at 6:03. I was like, "Are we about to keep Charlie Morton?" I was like, "What are we doing?"
Yeah, I mean, I understand why, but at the same time, it's like you would think that his recent stretch would have maybe up to that, and it did. Like if they had traded him the way he was pitching, they wouldn't have had a taker. They would have had to DFA him. So I think
Yeah,
that like teams were
I mean,
probably
he's
still skittish,
yeah.
but yeah, what was my most surprising? My most surprising was trying to remember the guys they traded. Oh man, I don't even know.
I think the
Maybe it was
most
maybe it was Dominguez getting J-Dub. Like I didn't expect that return for Dominguez, especially as a rental.
yeah. I mean,
So
I'm most surprising. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not sure. It honestly, I wouldn't. Oh, most surprising. Never mind. I know. It's Ramon Arias. That one caught me off guard. That one, I
true.
was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay.
I
I
was
was
trying to
like,
sort through who got traded. I was
yeah,
like,
no. All of a sudden, I was like, wait, there's a pretty obvious answer here. Yeah, I was pretty
yeah.
shocked when they traded Ramon Arias.
And
I was
that
like,
and that was
oh,
the most disappointing one too, in my opinion.
yeah, just to kind of get nothing. But
Yeah. Although
that's
look,
kind of how it feels.
if you want to look at this from a different perspective, and I mean there are so many you can look at it from. A lot of these guys, not a lot, but decent amount, were guys that fans wanted off the team last year, wanted off the team this year. Like, like guys the Orioles picked up off waivers. Like, just
Yeah.
not really any of their quote unquote core was traded. That is you're getting these prospects for guys that like, look, O'Hearn could have helped you if you re-signed him. Mullins could have helped you if you re-signed him. A lot of these guys could have helped if you brought him back, but clearly they needed to go in different directions, and you now position yourself to go get one of these big fish names. I mean, is Joe Ryan a free agent or is he arbitration?
No, he's arbitration.
Okay, so like maybe you go get a guy like that, and rub it in the Red Sox face. By the way, woof to the Red Sox.
Red Sox, that's a tough one.
What a horrible day for the Red Sox. They traded the centerpiece of the Devers deal for a rental. For a rental.
Not a good one. And now, what is he with a rental with a 4.85 ERA, who Boston just lit up 4 days prior?
Yeah, just horrendous.
I would be, if I'm a Red, like that was I legitimately have never seen such a botched deadline like the Red Sox. And I'm going to include Devers in that.
They were finally trying to get some of that like positive PR back after they traded Devers, and then they just all went away. They must really not have liked him, by the way, if they moved.
Yeah,
off of
it
him.
was Tibbs and another prospect. Like it was another one of their good prospects.
If that was for Ryan, you'd get it. But like,
If that was for Ryan, I'd be like, okay, like they probably need to add someone else. But like if those two were like the front line for Ryan, and then they added like two more like lower prospects, but all right, that was crazy. I did not see that coming. But Kevin, I'm going to put the link for Collins
Yeah,
in the.
I'm just gonna mute. I'll be back in like a minute. So yeah, let's get the
All
call
right,
in, and I'll be back.
all right, bet. So while Kevin is muting and coming back, just put the link in for Collins. Come talk about today's game if you want. Talk about the deadline if you want. Anything at this point. We're having fun. It's a beautiful Friday. I do think the Orioles, as much as it sucks, they are they're in a better position right now to at least have a chance at some of these big name guys that are going to come out and be available in the future. For starters and stuff. But let's get into our first call on. We got Arkansas, Joe. Joe, how we doing?
Man, we're doing all right. I'm a happy guy. I mean that. How could you not be? They did exactly what they needed to do yesterday.
Hey, if
I
you're
mean,
not going to win, you better sell. And it was a seller's market, and the Orioles took advantage of it. So you can't be disappointed with it. They did what they got to do. I understand fans who are disappointed that it got to this point. If you're disappointed that they're selling, I get it's frustrating. But if you think that they didn't do the right thing for the position they were in, that's not. They did what they needed to do.
I mean, even Elias came out today and kind of apologized, like, "Hey, he owned it. What more can you ask for?" The projections weren't even for 2025 when they were tanking. They were for 26, 27. And all the core guys are still there to make that happen. I mean,
yeah, and they're gonna have to, they're gonna have to get those core guys. They gotta get it under control, and then they're gonna have to use this new farm system to supplement. Add a pitcher here, a bat there, and kind of go from there. But I agree, the core for your winning, if you're gonna win, it's up to this core. You got to just build around it.
I mean, I was not happy Laureano went, but you had to add him to the deal.
Yeah.
No one was biting for what you wanted for O'Hearn. And for crying out loud, you got O'Hearn for cash. And you flipped him for 3 prospects.
Yeah.
How can you be happy about that? Does it suck that he's not an Oriole? Yes, because he was your lone all-star this year. But just got to move on. You got tons of Basayo can play first base. Heston can play first base. I mean, both of them can DH. It's just business. It's not personal.
Yeah, I agree. It is one of those things where it is business. You have to do what you have to do. And in this specific season, it would have been, it would not have made sense for the Orioles to hang on to a lot of these guys, And
the crazy thing is, what if they end up finishing 500 this year? Just run off a bunch, have 2 good months. These guys are trying to earn jobs somewhere. They're going to play their damn heart out.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not Trevor Rogers' fault they couldn't hit the baseball today. I mean, that man pitched a gem.
That man, he was absolutely incredible. He genuinely was. That was unbelievable.
Am I disappointed that I'm not seeing a World Series yet? Yes, because I haven't seen one in my lifetime like many, many other people. But, and we won't know who the winners are until, like you said yesterday, at the end. Like, we won't know for 3 years. It's no different than the MLB draft. Like, you don't know. It's not football. It's not basketball.
Yeah.
These players are not impact right away. Sometimes they are, but not this year for the Orioles. That's just not the way it's playing out. So,
no, it hasn't been. No, I agree.
But
it sucks. It's an unfortunate situation, but they definitely made the most of it with what they had, and what they needed to do. I agree with that.
I'm more disappointed we're not seeing Ryan Ripken play banana ball tonight than
I know, aren't we all?
The Orioles trade deadline. I mean, why, Ryan? Make us happy. Just get out there, swing a bat.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Been fine.
It would have been. It would have been. It would have been something. It would have been incredible content.
Adam Jones could have got out there and swung a bat.
Yeah, Adam could have gone out there for the Orioles today and swung a bat at that rate. But
that's a whole nother story. But yeah, he could have. It's his birthday. Let him grab a bat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Let him grab a bat.
Exactly. What would have hurt you more than today?
Hopefully, we take two from the Cubs. It's okay.
I
had
fun.
2 flat tires today, so I'm kind of just in mood.
Yeah, I feel that. Hopefully, you get better and you can finish off the day strong, Joe. Appreciate you calling in, and you be safe and get home safe.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. Appreciate you. Awesome. Let's keep the call in rolling. We got Breaking Glenjamin up next. How's it going?
How's it going, guys?
Doing well. We outside the yard still.
I am outside the yard. I'm going to forget about the Cubs game today so I can enjoy the Bananas game.
Yeah,
we got everybody out here.
Gosh, it is packed. Gosh, it is absolutely packed.
Yep.
That's awesome.
It's going to be good to see the yard full again.
That's
what kind of ticked me off was last year during that playoff game, game 1 and 2 against the Royals. I look up in the upper left field upper deck.
Yeah.
It's like there are all these empty seats. And then the fan base, everybody's making excuses about how they have to be at work and stuff. No,
it's playoffs.
Show up.
It's playoffs. Yeah, especially playoffs. It just absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, I agree. So at least you get to see the yard packed. I love it. That's the way to think of it.
Yeah, at that point, I was worried about the Orioles. I'm like, this isn't good that we don't have 45,000 people here. But
yeah,
we're gonna have 45 here tonight. So
at least someone gets to pack the yard.
Exactly. And baseball's got to bring back the All-Star game too. Like if the Bananas come through town, then we need the All-Star game. We need the home run derby. No more excuses.
Yeah.
Owner needs to get on that. Dave, make it happen. Get the All-Star game back. Make some big
All-Star game deserves to be in Baltimore. Yeah, I mean they deserve it. Baltimore needs to have the All-Star game. We need the home run derby back.
We do.
I'm loving it.
Ken Griffey's record. It's time for the new.
Yeah, we need another plaque up there. We need another plaque up there.
All right, guys. I'll see y'all later. Call tomorrow.
Awesome. Enjoy the game. Have a great one.
Appreciate you. All right, I'm back. I had to get my dry cleaning, but they lost it, so I don't know where it is. So.
Okay. That's just not what I was expecting. I hope they find your dry cleaning.
Thank you.
Sorry, that just kind of got me off guard when you were like, then they lost it.
I got to keep you on your toes.
You do a great job. You do a fantastic job of that.
Thank you.
But let's keep the call-ins rolling. We got Danny up next. What's up, Danny?
What's going on, Danny?
I'm good, guys. Like, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing well.
Doing well.
Danny, what's on your mind?
Oh, dude, it's just a day, man. I missed the entire game because I was at work. And I was like, I got home early. I was thinking, let me watch it. And then I was like, damn, it's over?
Literally.
Yeah,
Literally.
I saw a stat that was, and Zach, I don't know if you talked about this already, but it was the second shortest game in Wrigley Field history, an hour 49.
It was the ninth shortest game, tied for the ninth shortest game in Major League history. Hour 49 minutes.
It was 1 minute away from being the shortest in Wrigley history.
If Adley would have just not hit that double, selfish.
Come on, Adley.
He just pops out like the rest of them. It's just unbelievable.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that this Orioles season will not be remembered in the history books.
Yeah. Oh, Danny, you still there?
Did we lose him?
I think we lost Danny for a second. Danny, if you can still hear us, just try to leave and then come back in. We'll bring you back up. But yeah, Kevin, that game, literally, like I was laying down and I was like, holy shit. Like I sit down to watch the game, and then like I get up, I'm doing some things, and then suddenly it's just gone. Like it's done. Oh, awesome. I think we got Danny back. Danny.
Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, you're all good.
You're good.
But yeah, what a game. I mean, just the shortage, you blink and it's gone.
Oh yeah, but hey, I agree with you, Zach, that Trevor Rogers, like, he needs to be extended.
Yeah,
he needs to be.
I think that's got to be it. It makes too much sense at this point.
Yeah.
The way he's pitching, he has 1 year left on his deal after this one. You got to give him the contract. You got because you can't lose him. You can't lose him, especially he's going to keep doing this. You can't lose him.
Oh no, and I honestly feel like he would probably even take less because technically, the Orioles saved his career
Hope
in a
so.
way. So again, I don't know if this is true or not, but this thing is like, again, like you still have to pay him a good value. I'm not saying like don't pay him, man. Like pay him a contract that he's worthy of. But
Yeah,
I mean, like,
I agree.
I still don't feel like you're not going to have to break the bank to pay him. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think he's going to take an insane contract. I think he could probably, you give him that 20-25 million a year. I think he takes that. I think if you give him, and I think, you give him maybe a 4-year, $100 million contract. I don't see how he's turning that down. And you got to take that risk. You got to take that risk right now.
And the thing is, if he, again, no one's expecting him to continue to pitch to a 1.45 ERA. But
yeah,
if he can continue to give you, I mean, if Trevor Rogers next year gives us a 3.5 ERA, perfect. I would, and if he signed an extension, bro, I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm happy. And so like I'm saying like, and then I'm guessing like he would be our 4. If in my world next year, like he's our 4. Gosh,
I mean, I hope that means the rotation's looking pretty damn good if he's the 4.
Again, this is what I would do. Go out and either Framber, Cease, Suarez, King, get one of them. I don't care who, get one of them. I prefer either a Valdez or a King, even though King this year has been hurt. When he's healthy, he's nails. And Valdez, he's experienced and he's nails. Cease, I like Cease. He's having a down year, but like
he might
get him right. If you get him right, he's a damn good pitcher.
I think Cease is a guy
you trade for, but it's a guy I'd sign.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised at all if Cease gets a 1-year prove-it deal. If Dylan Cease,
I wouldn't be shocked by that either.
I'd give him 1 year, $30 million. Yeah, come prove it.
Yeah. So, but also like this is just a me thing. Joe Ryan, I love it, but I think like it'd be a haul. I would not mind trading. I thought he was going to get traded yesterday and he didn't. I called Miami, and now I am not trading for Sandy Alcantara. Again, I would like it. I wouldn't love it. I would trade for Cabrera.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's 27-year-old controllable pitcher under contract. He's having a great season. I would think that'd be a great pickup.
Yeah,
I think that's something that.
Yeah, and in my world, you either have Bradish, you have one of the guys in free agency you sign. You have Cabrera, you have Rogers, and you have Kramer. And Elias said today that Grayson could be back next year. So if he comes back again, I'm not going to believe it until I see it. If you're able to get him back next year, great. He'll be in there too.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bonus. If he gets it, it's a bonus. But that's the thing is, as Kevin knows, as you know, I'm not. I just can't do it again where I'm penciling him in until I see him on a mound.
Yeah, you wouldn't even speak his name.
Yeah,
I'm the same way.
I'm tight.
Again, if he can stay healthy, he has the stuff to be like I'm a to be a 1 or 2. I mean, it's clear as day the Orioles, they believe in him. You know, like he just can't stay healthy right now. That's been his issue. And
I believe it's the he would need the same procedure that Danny Coulomb got last year, and he got that in June and was back by September. So technically, if he gets it now, he should be good to go by spring. But that's assuming that fixes the issue. And we've had how many different issues have popped up where it's like, oh, this issue's fixed, but now his back's hurt, but now the shoulder, now the tricep, now the foot. It's just everything.
That's why I would get 2 legit guys. Sign one and then trade for one. And then at the end of the day, if Grayson's healthy and if you have to trade a guy like a Dean Kramer or something like that, I'm not going to lie, I'd do it in a heartbeat. It's just one of those things. Again, that is if Grayson Rodriguez is healthy. That is a big if. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I would still get two legit starting pitchers because you just don't know.
Yeah, I agree. This offseason is going to be such a – I mean, Elias's job's on the line. You have to go you have to use these prospects. Like, you can't just assume that these prospects are going to be, all of them are coming up to the majors.
Oh, yeah.
You got to trade guys. I agree. I would love for them to get 2 pitchers. If you get 2 pitchers, I think this is going to – and you can even trade guys like Povich, like McDermott. I don't think any of these guys – if you can get a top-of-the-line pitcher and you have to toss in Povich with, Kerstead or with another prospect, do it. You do it. So
do it. At the end of the day, Mike Elias's job is on the line this offseason. His ass is on the line.
Oh, yeah, 1,000%.
He knows it. And I'm just saying, like, his ass is on the line. Hey, the amount of pitching we have in this organization is nuts now. And I'm like, again, what you do is, again, pick the guys who you believe you want to keep and potentially even help you next year. Again, Bateman, he's a star. He's staying probably because they're like, he's our guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, like the kid we got from Toronto, they're probably like, he's probably one of our guys. Like, pick a couple of the guys that you got today that you envision being here and helping you out, and that's fine. That's why you make these trades.
Yeah, I agree.
You can also use the asset you got today into packages to get studs to help you win now.
Yeah, and I think that's got to be the goal.
It has to be the goal. Again, like I'll say, like, pick the dudes who you have acquired yesterday that you were like, all right, these are the guys we're keeping. Unless it's for a like absolute stud, like we'll put them in. But otherwise, like, these guys are in our plans. But like, again, like, a guy like Twine Palmer, I'm saying, like, again, he's got upside, and like, but again, like, I would not be shocked if I think one of the guys we got from the Mets could help us next year. One of them, he's not ranked, but he throws 104.
Oh, yeah. I think that one was why am I blanking on them? But yeah,
he's not ranked, but
he's just outside the top 30. But yeah, he throws 104, 80 grade fastball. Yeah, this offseason is going to be big. Like you said, Mike Elias's job is on the line, and it can't just be you're looking at the foundation or the organization, the farm system, and being like, oh, it's in a good spot. He has to win. He has to win. So we'll see what happens. Danny, appreciate you as always, my guy.
I would not be shocked if Neighbors from that. I would not be shocked if he's in our bullpen next year.
No, wouldn't at all. I mean, he's a guy that
he's really good. Again, like he's underrated. Like Boston Bateman's the prize, but Tyson Neighbors, he's really good, and I would not be shocked if he's in our bullpen next year.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I think a few guys are going to be making their debuts in the next few months and into next year that they got this deadline, especially in the bullpen. But Danny, appreciate you. Glad to talk to you as always. Have a fantastic Friday. Awesome. Real fast before we wrap this up, I wanted to get to Jason's question. Why isn't Beaver's up now. It's contract. It's service time manipulation. He'll be up on August 15th.
Yep.
Yep, it's going to be. He'll be up August 15th, and then August 15th or 16th or whatever it is. So that's why. That's the only reason. It's the thing about he's got to keep his rookie eligibility last year, and they're going to take the 14 extra days of him sitting in the minors to get him to be a rookie next year and get an extra year of him. So I guess it makes sense because it's just 14 days, but it does. Yeah, it sucks. But Kevin, anything else?
No, I think that's it. I guess Pick Watch is officially on. So
yeah, we'll see what happens. But that's going to do it for this edition of Kevin and Zach React. Orioles lose 1-0. Trevor Rogers absolutely shoves. If any big prospect promotions happen, we'll be live. But if not, we'll be live after every single game. Any moves that happen, I guess no moves can really happen besides promotions now. But appreciate you guys tuning in as always. And we'll be back tomorrow around the same time. Probably, I guess, a little later because today was unreally fast. But we'll be back tomorrow for another edition of Kevin and Zach React. Andrew Kittredge.
Oh, man. Ramon Laureano, got to give it to him.
Too soon.